Hello and welcome to Home Away from Home Caravan Hire's latest instructional video. This video deals with leveling the van when you get into camp, and we're just going to guide you through the steps involved in getting the van nice and level as you're setting up, well, as you first pull into camp. Once you've got the van level, everything else runs fairly smoothly from there. You can drop the stabilisers with some confidence that the van's set up at the right level. Now, the importance of the level can't be understated, because you don't want to be walking around inside the van on a slope. You don't want things rolling around on the bench, but also the fridge works optimally when it's set up level. And that might sound a bit strange, but a few degrees out of level and you're not going to get a very good performance out of the fridge inside the van. So one of the first steps for setting up when you get into camp is to set the van up level. I'll run you through those steps now. Okay, I don't currently have the tow vehicle hooked onto the van, but that's not really necessary to explain these steps to you. So the first thing you want to do is look around as you pull into camp and try and find somewhere that looks relatively flat and level. It's not always possible, but some places will be more flat and level than others and make your life a little bit easier. So get the van in position, and then the first thing you want to do is come and pull out this little spirit level that we've got. And generally it's tucked up here on the bench, or it's in that first cupboard up there. And the spirit level will tell you whether or not the van's level from side to side and front to back. Now, this is way out of level, right? But I'm not actually set up at camp. I've just got the van parked at home. You can see that over the course of the level, I'm almost half a finger up off the table, which means probably across the whole van, it might be out by 60 or 70 millimeters. So how do we fix that? Well, we fix it first level from side to side, whilst it's still hitched onto the tow vehicle. And the reason for that is you need to drive the van forwards and backwards to be able to position it over the top of these wedge-shaped ramps that we've got. Now, I've got the ramps under the wheels, and I've got the wheels just about as high as I can get them on those ramps, and we're still out of level. So that suggests to me that the ground here where I've parked the van is too far out of level to be able to level the van up on the supplied ramps. So I needed to pick a better spot. But in this case, I've got it parked at home and it's the only spot I've got to park it. So that's where we have to cope with it. Okay, so you set the van wheels up on the ramps, and you can back up onto them, or you can put them in front of the wheels and drive forwards up onto them. And then you throw these little plastic wedges in underneath, which have serrated teeth. And the serrated teeth on these wedges, I won't be able to pull that out now because it's tie in with these serrated teeth on here to create a V shape for the wheel to sit in, which sort of acts like a brake to stop the van from going anywhere, in addition to the handbrake that's up at the front of the van. So you want to position the wheels on those ramps in a position where you can get the level, flat and level, on the spirit level. So we go around after we've positioned the wheels on the ramps and we check the spirit level again, and ours isn't going to have changed. It's still going to be out of whack. As I've explained, I'm not quite level here. But ultimately, you want to get this to the point where it's level from side to side. Once you've got the van level from side to side, we then want to look at getting the van level from front to back. And I'm actually a lot better front to back with this current setup than I am side to side. So you do side to side first, because you need to move the van onto the ramps to get the sideways level correct. Once you've got the sideways level correct, the wheels aren't moving any further from that point because they're chocked on the ramps. And then you want to balance the van front to back, and you do that with the jockey wheel. So the jockey wheel will allow you to wind the front of the van up or down to get the drawbar and the rest of the van level front to back. You need to wind it up far enough to get the vehicle out from under the tow ball, and then wind it from there up or down until that spirit level shows it dead level front to back, and it should still be level side to side because the wheels haven't moved. So once you've got it level in both directions, you can then run around and drop all the stabilizer legs. Now I've out the stabilizer legs to follow this one, because there's some important points there as well. It is worth noting and reinforcing that the stabilizer legs aren't jacks, and you should not use them to level the van. You should only use them to take the spring out of the van suspension once you've already got the van level. I can't reinforce that highly enough, and the reason is that if you try and use the stabilizer legs as jacks, it's very likely that you'll damage them and then for the rest of the trip they're going to be inoperable. We're also going to have to unfortunately charge you for a replacement when they get back if they've been damaged by being overdriven or being used as jacks and you've stripped the threads inside the stabilisers. We did just replace the whole set of 4 with some slightly longer ones. So please take care of the stabiliser legs and do all your van levelling using the ramps and the jockey wheel, as that's what they're intended for. Only dropping the stabilisers once you've already got the van level. Anyway, I'll go through that in a bit more detail in the next video with the stabiliser legs. For now, if you've got any queries about how to level the van, please drop us a note in the comments. We're happy to come back to you. Of course, if the van's out on hire and you need any instruction, shoot us a message or give us a call and we're here to assist.